Yo, wagwan people. Got a bit of topical news for you lads, innit?
Okay, my first question is, with that comes looking for people with relevant experience, which is a separate facet, but it's just as important. Seeking mentors whose backgrounds align with your business. So we've spoken about engaging with certain people who have podcasts or people who are in certain spaces. The winner is...
Oh. Well. Here we are, my friend.
It's
Past
crazy,
21.
God, it feels like so long ago.
We made it, ladies and gentlemen.
We have.
We did not quit on 21. We carried on.
We're now part of the official 0.1% or wherever it works out to be.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Actually mental.
Just need that to transfer into subscribers now, so you know what to do.
Well, we're like pretty much 6 months in now.
Wow.
That goes quick.
It really does.
Doesn't it?
Say, if you're looking to start a business out there, people, it's just about getting going because it will fly by once you get it going.
It was a
exactly. Once that's happening, you are off to the races. Make sure to hit
just had a whiskey shot at the bottom of the barrel, and oh my goodness,
it's thrown you.
Wow.
So yeah, please like, comment, subscribe, get involved, get in the comment section. We want to keep growing for you.
Yeah, 100%.
So you might as well make the content your own. Let us know what you want to see.
Drop us a subscribe. It's free.
It is.
Costs you absolutely nothing.
And turn on that notification bell so we can get to let you know whenever we're about. That doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Making a bit more sense, should we talk about what we're talking about today?
We are, which is networking.
Networking. Figuring out who you know more than what you know.
Exactly. So, well, that is the question. Is it all about what you know, or is it who you know? That gets you further. And we will tell you about how networking can benefit you.
We will. And first, we need to do scratch cards.
Yeah. Let's go away and scratch them.
We'll go away and scratch them. We'll bring that back in. We'll bring it back in the finale. Next segment. Should we do it in the finale? So you have to stay to the end to see for a change. There you are.
We got 250 up for grabs.
250 up for grabs. The £2 scratch cards, so you want to stick around.
You do. We'll do it right at the end.
Nevertheless, to show you a few people that you can get to know very well, we're going to get into our first segment of the day.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. Let's go with topical.
Yo, wagwan people. Got a bit of topical news for you lads, innit? Basically, it's your boy Windy coming in live at the ends. Now listen, yeah? August is moving mad. Early month, bare sunshine. Man's out in Crocs and SPF 50. Living life. Mid-August, rumour has it, storms is pulling up. Like an uninvited mandem at the barbecue. And them heat waves, they're rolling in like they own the block. 30 degrees, so pattern up. And remember, if you feel a breeze and smell vibes in the air, it's probably me.
And on the food segment today. So there's the UK's big idea to tackle obesity. Team up with supermarkets to make healthy food more appealing. Loyalty points for bananas. Shop layouts to make you accidentally. They reckon cuz cutting just 50 calories a day could put millions out of obesity. But here's the rub. Healthy food still costs double what the fatty foods cost. In my opinion, I'll be buying deep fried sausage rolls long before apples. Cheers.
Good evening, chaps. I'm Lord Charles Charleston, and I am coming to you with politics. Coming in August, the Scottish Festival of Politics runs August 20th through to the 22nd in Holyrood, featuring Gen Z thrust onto panels and argue with robots in cafe bars. This is real. Gen Z voices will be taking the stage alongside AI robots. Yes, actual robots. I'm going to get one for one of my mansions back at home. Anyway, they will be debating publicly the policy of milk lattes. If you ever wanted to see a teenager tell a robot about gaslighting the NHS, this may be your moment. With diplomatic tensions brewing and a robot cafe debate in Scotland just weeks away, one can only ask, can democracy keep up with the download speed? Stay tuned.
Right, Mickey the Bricky here. I found me helmet. Apparently, someone's trying to buy up Greenland like it's a transit van or something. I mean, it's a massive lump of ice, not a patio slab I'm trying to put down from Wix. Greenland's PM basically told him to jog on, and Denmark backed it up like a good mate in a pub brawl. Honestly, who wakes up thinking, you know what I fancy today? Arctic real estate. Next thing they'll be trying to buy the moon and stick a Greggs on it. World's gone mad.
Howdy there, Tom Brady is coming in hot, like a brisket on the 4th of July. But let me tell you, August is packed with sports. However, the one catching the headline at the moment is the pro boxing. We have Dillian White versus Moses Atuma. Now, Atuma is the 19-year-old heavyweight wrecking ball, and he's stepping in with the veteran Dillian White. White's got a chin of a tank and a temper of a ball in a barbecue joint. But Atuma, he hits harder than a train and is tipped to be the next best heavyweight in the world. Keep your eyes peeled for this one because it's going to be tasty. Hold on a minute. I'm getting a call in from Baba Jr. He's on the ground right now. Well, let's go over to him.
Cheers, Dom. You see, I'm dang sick of this on the ground. I'm going to be a baseball coach here, Coach Bubba Jr. to you, and all I'm dang hearing about is paddle. That's right, 25 million people playing paddle in 110 countries. It's like tennis and racquetball, in my opinion, a midlife crisis. In New York, they got people playing dang $200 an hour to hit a ball off a glass wall. Is this a sport or recreational art? As far as I'm concerned, you should stick to baseball.
G'day, cunts. Mick the Scoop here, and I'm coming in with the recent gossip from your backyard barbecue all the way to juicy headlines on the internet. Liver King's not just eating raw meat anymore, he's serving up raw chaos. The bloke's just been arrested for allegedly threatening to kill Joe Rogan. Yep, the ancestral influencer turned unhinged protein mascot is now facing a restraining order for repeatedly sending voice notes to Joe Rogan threatening to kill him. It's bloody crazy out there, mate, but Rogan's team ain't messing around. The security is beefed up, bigger than Liver King's kidneys. The internet's a wild place, but this is pure caveman courtroom drama. Stay tuned.
Hello, I am Dr. Weinstein with science. So, the UK government has just dropped 86 billion on science and tech, which is great news for me, unless you're trying to run a state-of-art research facility out of a caravan in Slough. They're pumping cash into AI, fusion energy, and fancy space projects. Meanwhile, I can't get funding from anyone except dodgy Bill next door. South Wales, you say, has been chosen to work on phone batteries that last longer than my last relationship. And Liverpool's getting millions to invent new medicines. And what do I get? Well, a knock from the old Bill because my organic supplements apparently make your piss glow green. They reckon every quid spent gets you £7 worth of jobs and product goods. If I get a 7-to-1 return on anything, I'll get a yacht and name it the Mary Jane. Anyway, I'm going to go and buy some more test tubes.
That's all for today from Topical News. Stay classy, suits and sliders. You feel me?
And we're back from Topical. Always full of laughs that, I'm sure, for you lot.
Especially as for us, because, oh my God, we crack up behind this.
We do. Every time I watch it back before I press send to go out onto YouTube or Patreon, I always think to myself, this is going to get us cancelled every time. I think the only ones we're brave enough to do so far is Aussie and American. Aside from that, let's just stay in the UK for now.
For now. See how far we push the boat out.
But let's get back onto the topic. Today, we're going to talk about networking. So, Joe, what is networking?
It's basically, for me, it's building a genuine connection with someone where they not only help you, but you also help them.
Yeah.
Because it's not like oh, just give me whatever knowledge and information and help
Mm-hmm.
that you have. You've got to provide something back. It's got to be slightly transactional.
True.
Do you agree?
I think 100% agree with that. The other side of networking, which I
Yeah.
think is very sort of underrated, is it's applicable knowledge. It's not application of knowledge. So what I'm trying to say is you can have a textbook with everything in about a certain topic, about a certain dynamic, so about a certain industry, and you could read it to your heart's content. But if you speak to somebody who's in that industry, who's got a business there, they tell you, okay, yeah, that whole book's really useful. Here's how I've applied it. And if you work through application of things, you usually learn it a lot better anyway.
100%.
So to have people in industries, to have networks that you've got in your life is massively important. Funny enough, it reminds me of a little story I can tell you. It just came to my head. Work experience.
Yeah.
I was 15, 16. I did work experience at BA, British Airways. And when I was there, I had a day in all the operations. Like each day was a different operation. One with like the fuelers, one with the management, one with the pilots. And I actually did one with the pilots. And this guy came in and he sort of gave a big speech to everybody that was in there. And he was like, I was sat there writing things down. I was so interested. And he stops at the end. He goes, "You've got any questions?"
Yeah.
And throughout the week, I'd made sure, okay, networking, which is part of like my nature of myself. I was like, I'm going to get as many people's contact information so I can speak to them at a later stage to be able to speak to them. And he was there, and I said, "Oh, have you got any good names of people that I could speak to and reference? Because obviously it's important about who you know." And that's literally what I said to him.
Yeah.
And mate, it set him off. He was fuming. He like turned around to me. He was like, "It's not about who you know. It's not about getting the easy way through this. You need to work hard to get into this job."
Really?
I was like, what an arse. Like, he was so like, he just uncalled for. And anyway, outside of that, the next day we had a meeting with like the manager of the pilots.
Yeah.
I spoke to him, got his name, spoke to him afterwards. We had to be like quite good in conversation with one another. I was like, this guy just had a bug to bear. He was so fuming. So yeah, some people out there will be like, it's not about who you know, it's about what you know.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, most of the opportunities that have come up in my life for sure comes from who.
And that is literally my saying. Game's the game. You
Game's
have to
the
play it.
game.
You do have to play it. Like, you go into a corporate world or wherever it may be, whatever job you're looking at, if you're friends or know someone who's probably quite senior or can give you a lot of information, help you out, give you more connections, you're going to go further than the person who's just doing a good job at their job. Do you know what I mean?
Without a doubt. And this also works as like working under certain people, like how you can rise in the ranks of a company. The amount of people who, maybe it's ethical or not ethical, I don't really care, because if somebody's friends with the boss and it means they get the promotion before you did, they made that connection. They worked on that relationship and they made sure that it was about who you know to allow them to progress.
And
a
lot of people do not have networking as a skill and they will shy away from it. So if you do develop this skill and work on it, and it's easy as just having a conversation with someone, you'll start to gain experience and you'll get better and better and better at it.
You really will.
Anyway, to move on though, I've got a little bit about networking.
Okay.
So the most powerful relationships are the one you obviously build, but you need to come in and start with intent, not have an ask, right? So you need to know what you want out of this network and conversation, and also what you can bring to the table. It's not just asking and you giving me information.
It's not a one-way transaction.
No way.
Yeah, you
exactly.
have to be able to give something as well as receive.
100%. Also, a good way of being able to network, if you're struggling a little bit, or maybe you've just started a small business and you're actually not working, there's no one around that you can talk to, attend your local events, even niche events as well. So find events where there's people that you admire and go to them, because you're probably going to pick up a few network connections of people that actually are interesting and kind of in your circle that you're looking for. So you'd be very surprised just attending an event on your own, which is the best way to do it, because it forces you to get out there and make a connection.
So true.
Another one for me is be curious, not salesy. So as we mentioned, don't have that, oh, how did you do this? And give me that for a bit of information. Give me all of your information, essentially. You need to ask, what inspired you to start this kind of thing? What's the hardest part of your journey? Pick up really key facts that you can use in your own business.
It's conversational at the end of the day.
Massively.
If you go into it like it's, like as you say, the salesperson technique, oh, this is what you want from me, this is what I'm going to give you. It's so cold that is not a network as far as I'm concerned.
100%
You're not going to get anything out of them which actually might be something that you need to know, which they might not think to give you. So like, if you make it as simple as to be there, like, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, tell me what you're about, I'd love to hear it. And then you kind of use each other's ideas to then build each other up.
Precisely. It's massive.
You don't get that out of walking to somebody being like, I don't think he can offer me anything. Oh, maybe he can.
No,
what
definitely
I mean?
not.
Like, it's just going to be like,
and
really
and even when you do end up getting a network or a connection, you need to like follow up on that as well. So it's all good getting a number and getting them to know your name, but follow up with something 24 hours later, something you've spoken about, something that was memorable in your topic of conversation. Reach out to them. And once you've reached out to them, it's all about nurturing that relationship. Don't just reach out to them, wait 6 months, and then when you got a question, go back to them.
When you need help, go to them, because that's not a network. That's like it's like almost like a mentor, but like a distant mentor.
Exactly. And then your name's going to ping up and they go, oh, what does he want? Or what does she want again?
And if you ever see the person, like, for example, there's a couple of people I met on the Simon Squibb day that we had, who they posted stuff on their stories asking certain questions. Offer your own engagement to them. Offer your ability to assist them as much as possible, because when you need that same helping hand, they'll be the first ones at the door helping you, which is brilliant.
Well, that leads me on to my point. So with networking, you kind of have two separate groups, right? So you have a mentor, as we mentioned. These people will help you massively in terms of how you can stop wasting money and time because of their mistakes and successes that they've learned over the years, and they'll give you tips and a bit of guidance which will help you. The other one, which, as you mentioned, is that peer accountability. So if you surround yourself with like-minded people in a similar boat to you, starting a small business, you're going to bounce ideas back and forth from each other and grow together.
It's like that PayPal mafia we spoke about, like literally the first episode, like that. All of those big people as part of that corporation have now gone on to split into all sorts of different industries, businesses, and they're all helping each other.
You see it all the time. Like I mentioned to you earlier, the beta squad. That's how they all started. They reached out to people about the same level, 100 subs, 50 subs. They all got together. They all brainstormed, put ideas on the whiteboard, and came up with things. And it worked for them individually as well.
It's a treat for them.
Massively. Now they're all together,
I've got a bit of ways you can find people, actually. And I mentioned this earlier on. With the Simon Squibb thing, something that came from that day was learning about HelpBnk. Now, HelpBnk is an incredible tool as far as networking, and it has its downsides. It's an early sort of new start company, so there are bugs on there. There are some information that probably won't be reliable. However,
but this is Simon Squibb's.
This is Simon Squibb's business.
With anyone else or not?
It is with somebody else. I don't know the full team.
Is Richard Branson's involved in it,
I don't
or
think
not?
Richard Branson's involved in it.
Fair.
I think it is purely Simon Squibb. So basically, a bit of origin to who Simon Squibb is if you haven't already sort of heard about him before.
Go check out our last video.
Yeah, check out our last video. But basically, this guy, back at 15 years old, kicked out the house, was sleeping rough, and he ignited this sort of thing in his head where he was like, I need to make money. Because he didn't have a job, he didn't have a CV, he didn't have anywhere to live, like an address to get money into. So he was like, I just need to make money.
Yeah.
And he goes on to creating a couple of businesses, launches a gardening business, and then later building a company called Fluid, which he sold to PwC in 2015 for millions, like more money than he'll ever need. And from that, he then founded HelpBnk, a help-to-earn platform that connects entrepreneurs with free support, and then the company itself rewards people for giving advice. So as a person myself, if I went on there, I wouldn't need to pay to be on there. I wouldn't need to pay to receive advice. However, if I was somebody who's offering a lot of advice, the platform itself rewards me for doing so. So
in what way?
Really brilliant, like monetized.
Oh, really?
I mean, the other day,
brilliant.
Their biggest sort of supporter, so the person who was contributing the most on the app, on the platform, got given £5,000 by HelpBnk.
Nice.
Just for 1 month. I was like, jeez, like he was just having a big month. Every day he was going on there for an hour helping people. Made $5,000. Can you imagine $5,000 for an hour's of work every day? That'd be insane money.
Well, to be fair, like some of those people that sit on boards, they'll get paid a lot more than that.
True. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. So that's a brilliant tip as well. If you go on HelpBnk and you're receiving someone who you'd probably end up paying, I don't know, 10K for a bit of advice every month,
go there
you can get someone for free.
Yeah, very good point. And so just as a little impression of how HelpBank's doing, in under a year, they've gone from obviously £0 initial evaluation to an impressive $30 million in the less than a year, which is absolutely
And I guess
crazy.
they monetize through adverts.
They monetize exactly like that. Advertising, it's similar to how Instagram monetizes.
The more people you get on your platform, the higher you can charge adverts.
Exactly. And then on the platform as well, it also has things like equity pools where you can receive like $100,000. It's got accelerator courses and it's got expert mentorship, which is the whole point. But HelpBank is a place of network. You go on there, and even yourself, if you feel like you don't have a huge amount of business acumen, you still go on there. If somebody posts something about like, I don't know how to go viral with this trend, even if your idea is something that's fairly understood, so for example, using clickbait sounds or looking at modern trends or using certain hashtags, just comment it. It's no harm to you to comment things like that. And it's really useful to them.
Yeah, you've got nothing to lose. And that's a lot of this as well with networking. If you approach somebody, what's the worst they're going to say? Sorry, I don't really have time to talk to you right now. Okay, no worries. If you do, please reach out to me. Here's my contact details.
For 5 minutes
and you
a
move
day,
on.
Yeah, exactly. 5 minutes a day, if you go on HelpBank and you help somebody else and you ask a question on there for people to help you, Like that could be so valuable
massively,
for less than
yeah.
5 minutes of your
Yeah.
day. So yeah, just take a little think into it if you want to expand your network and you're struggling to build connections in the space, because it's all online. You can do it from the comfort of your own bed in your pajamas if you want to.
Well, I've got a question for you anyway.
Do you?
Yeah, little question of the day.
Oh, question of the week.
Of the week, I guess. Okay, you'll give it that way.
We don't post a podcast every day.
If you were to have a dinner party with 3 guests, we're talking kind of business acumen guests.
Okay.
Who would you pick and why?
Let's see. So, I've got a dead and alive list.
Oh yeah.
The dead list isn't necessarily business acumen, but the alive list fairly is.
Okay.
The alive list. My 3 would be Jordan Peterson.
Nice. Yeah.
So, he's had controversy. Don't get me wrong, but I find his knowledge of psychology, human psychology, and just everything he's gone through as a man over the last 40 years, building his business from being a professor at Harvard all the way through to having this massive corporation he has. I find him just a very intellectual figure that I would love to meet. My second person would be Warren Buffett.
Okay, yeah.
I would love just to tap into that mind, see what he's about, understand his philosophies.
You could
use
use Jordan Peterson to help you out, tap into the mind.
And Jordan Peterson also was going to be somebody who could manage the conversation. I just have to sit there and enjoy.
Yeah.
And my last one would be Alex Cooper. Do you know Alex Cooper?
She the podcast.
Yeah,
Call Her
podcast,
Daddy.
Call Her Daddy
Yeah.
podcast. I've been, I don't know why, over the last 6 months, her clips have been popping up constantly on my TikTok and my Instagram. And I just think she's a great podcaster.
Yeah.
And so I'd love to like rack her brain as to how she's like, as far as a recent like entrepreneur in podcasting space, I'd love to rack her brain to be there. Like, how have you figured it out so well in the last 6 months? Like the Shits and Gigs guys, I would love to meet.
Well, wouldn't it be Barstool that you probably want?
But she's the brain behind it. You can very much see that. I definitely think that. Yeah. So I'd speak to, and also being a podcaster, she'd help that conversation move on.
Nice.
So,
right. Well, I've gone a little bit rogue.
Go on.
But I've picked people that I will have a brilliant time with.
Oh God, here we go.
Number 1.
You thought about the pub, not the dinner.
Joe Rogan.
I thought I was coming first.
Because we can talk about whatever we want to talk about.
He's
Comedian,
got so much knowledge from other people
UFC
as well.
fighting stories, podcast chats. He's had conversations with the biggest people in the world, most influential people in the world.
True.
He will literally bring a whiskey and a cigar and we will all sit there just talking. And there'll be some weird conversations. Wait till you hear the rest, yeah?
Oh, God.
Actually, this one's a bit different, yeah?
Okay.
I was going to do the next one, but I'll leave that to last. KSI's accountant.
What?
Yeah.
KSI's accountant?
I want to know how on earth his accountant manages his money from Sides, Prime, Sidemen, XIX Vodka. That will be the best person to tap into. So when we blow up, we will know what to do.
I back it. It's a smart angle.
Now, the other one I wanted, because obviously the conversation's got to be flowing somehow.
Okay.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
He will bring the jokes.
He'll bring the
but
energy.
his networking is huge.
Mate, he's
he
got
knows people from
businesses galore.
sport athletes, Hollywood, musicians, like all the way to
comedians. You can't look at an industry without seeing Kevin Hart.
He's
Did
everywhere.
You see, what was it on April Fool's Day? Oh, that was it. You know the Tiny Desk concerts that I watched?
Yeah.
They did a Tiny Desk concert with him.
For him.
If you haven't seen it, it's the funniest thing in the world. Tiny Desk concert was like latest, greatest artist. We're going for... And he had like a rapper's name. His rapper's name was like... I think it was like Black Delight or something like that. And he came out and he was there like introducing, and he gave the funniest 12-minute like performance. And he was freestyling the whole thing, and it was their April Fools.
Good.
You cannot look at an industry without Kevin Hart.
Everywhere, mate. His connections are huge.
Funny.
So we would get a whole range of like networking abilities because people talk to different people.
That's true.
And but my other one that I was going to throw into the mix was I Show Speed.
I Show Speed.
Because he is just he dominates entertainment
I love him
on
to
YouTube and stuff like that. But then he might be a bit too much.
Can you imagine live streaming that dinner?
Yeah. Hey guys.
Mental stuff.
That would be my dinner. But go on, what's your dead one then? You said
my dead ones was very sort of dramatic.
Okay.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Right, yeah.
Just an inventor of his time. Fascinating character. I'd love to think how he thought the first concept of wings and stuff like that. I think that's awesome. Sun Tzu. Have you ever heard of Sun Tzu?
No.
So there's a book called The Art of War, which was written by this guy who was like a general, effectively. And there were kings around the whole world around his time that were asking to speak to him because of his strategy and his incredible like knowledge behind people's psychology and war and stuff like that. Just a really, if you haven't read that book, The Art of War is a great book to read. And finally, Cleopatra.
Okay.
Mate, I just want to, the whole side of Egyptians and stuff like that fascinates me. So They would be my
There
dead
we
people
go.
at the table.
Interesting.
Bit of a weird mix.
I like it.
yeah.
Comment down below who would be your dinner guest party.
Let's get all 9 of them here.
That'd be class.
Just a couple of caskets. But,
I reckon Joe Rogan would run the conversation though.
True.
Anyway, right, guys. So who would win?
Just start all scrapping. Right, let's get on to our next segment of the day.
Do it, man.
We're hopping into Stocky. Let's go.
Bash. Right, so into Stocky now. Obviously, if you don't know and you're new, Stocky is, get to know first of all. Stocky is where we invest £5 into 2 stocks. So it's £5 in each stock. I really kind of messed up that. Yeah. Why did I mess it up so bad?
I don't know.
Anyway, we do usually 1 penny stock and 1 kind of safer bet.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to pop off.
Basically, what we're trying to do here is people tend to get a bit of money, spare cash and whatever, and instead of investing it into a business or themselves, they tend to run to the stock market, throw it all there, and then they can lose it if they don't understand it. Now, we don't necessarily understand it ourselves, so we're trying to document the safe side of investing, showing you what happens with potentially volatile / less risky stocks, and just kind of build a little bit of an investment portfolio as we do it, and talk about our understanding of business and seeing if that relates to actually companies that perform well.
Yeah, we tend to go on like what's kind of popping off in terms of the news, the kind of events that are coming around the corner, and see if we can line any stocks up with that.
Agreed. And our rule is if it hits 20x, so if it hits £100 for the stock, we take it out. That is our marker.
That is the rule, and we're
which,
not
as
there
far as
yet.
I'm aware, I don't think you're there yet.
Nope.
No,
my
I'm not there
highest
yet
is £6 something.
Well, might as well get into it. How are your stocks performing so far? So we've booked how many stocks now?
Got
like
total of £50 we've invested.
So 10 stocks, yeah.
Yeah, 10 stocks. And I am £2.84 up.
Nice.
So 52.84 is what I'm on.
Pretty
in
dang
terms of my
good.
total.
I see. Well, I've put in 10 stocks. However, I've had a buy freeze on a stock. So when I purchased the Revel Collective in our last time we did Stocky, which was a penny stock and meant to give me thousands of shares, the market always says it's going to open in 13 hours or 10 hours or whatever meets midnight the next day, and then the purchase never goes through. So I don't know if there's a buying freeze on that stock. I'm going to have to put some thought into that.
They might have frozen their company as well. You need to look at the news around that.
Exactly.
Company,
I will look into it.
Off.
However, so I've actually only bought 9 stocks, technically, and I am currently up £3.79 off 9 stocks, which means I'm technically 8.4% up.
Very good.
Which I'm pretty happy about. So yeah, effectively £48.79 now, which is not too shabby.
Nice.
What have you got next though?
So
actually, who's performing the best? Do you know who's performing the best out of your lot overall?
Stocks in terms of
stocks overall.
So the best performer for me,
let's just take who the best is so far.
Is International Consolidated Airlines still.
Okay.
And we are up £1.62, so 32.4%. So I'm on £6.62.
I see. Well, my best one's TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
So we both called it for summer booms in the the airline industries. I'm up 30% with TripAdvisor, meaning £1.52.
Very good, very good.
Anyway, so what have you got next, mate? Tell me about them.
So I'm gonna start with my penny stock, which is also currently pending at the moment. So we'll see if that goes through.
Yeah.
So it's Clean Tech. Lithium. So obviously, lithium demand is skyrocketing.
It is
due to electric vehicles, EV. So especially in the UK and EU, because they have bans on the new petrol cars coming out by 2035.
Yep.
So I thought, let's get some lithium if possible.
It's not a bad shout.
So this focuses on sustainable extraction in Chile, and Chile just approved more lithium projects as part of its green push.
Nice.
And that came out in June last month, or 2 months ago now.
Yeah.
So they're still currently trading under £1, making it a very good penny stock. And I've got 94 shares out of it.
Wowza.
So if it pops off, I could get a high reward back.
Definitely.
But because it's a small cap, kind of a pre-revenue company, it's risky, obviously.
Understood.
What about you?
I have gone for, I'll say my safe one first.
Go on.
My safe one is Lloyds Banking Group. Now, leading financial service provider in the UK.
I've already got Lloyds.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. So partnering with a new British AI
Stealing
startup.
my stocks.
I didn't realise that. Mad. So anyway, they've just approved a new partnership with a British AI startup called Unlikely AI.
Yeah.
Testing new neurosymbolic technology, whatever that means. Basically, this innovation is looking to bring to them like a much smarter, a much more reliable, explainable customer service experience in effect. And setting the stage for that as well. They're going to be the first company within the UK banking space to do this.
Yeah, I know.
So I've got 1.6 shares of them.
Yeah.
Did you have a positive on them up to now? Did you?
I'm positive now, so I'm 19p up on them.
See, maybe I'll get in at the right time.
Well,
never know.
I'm already below you, so whatever you get positives, I'm going to get greater.
Fair point.
But yeah, that's the same reason why I invested them as well, because of the AI technology that they're going into.
I completely forgot that you did that. That must be one of your early ones.
It was. So, my safe one is ITV.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, right? I know what you're thinking. You know, television, legacy TV. Ooh. But, my friend, I'll tell you why. Obviously, Love Island's kind of just finished now.
True.
So, I kind of maybe missed the boat on that. But there might be another big show that they've got coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, there are talks around mergers with the European broadcasters, which could lead to future valuation gains of the company if they merge. Also, they're heavily investing into ITVX, which is their streaming service. So it's giving them that kind of Netflix style, that kind of scalability that Netflix had.
I use ITVX. I think it's brilliant.
I use it too. Also, the risk level there is kind of medium because they are looking to really push. And they do have a lot of good shows, which people watch. So they are still relevant.
Yeah.
However, the reason why I've gone for it now is because I believe next summer they will see a lot more growth within their digital product services.
I see.
So that got me 6 shares, even though it's a pretty safe bet. They're pretty low down in terms of what they can get.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Wowzer. My last one.
Go on.
GFINITY. Now, GFINITY was a company that used to be in focused on software and certain exports of digital media and stuff like that. Okay. However, they took a big pivot about a year ago or about 2 years ago, and they lost a massive stock decline in that time where they pivoted because they went from this company that was established for something and they completely changed to being a gaming, streaming and clipping company. So basically, they look at gaming content and they now publish media of gaming content.
So they clip it up.
They clip content. It's basically just a big sort of software developer for gaming content to turn it into clips and stuff like that. So a lot of the times that you'll see little GTA clips or things like that, GFINITY will be a big company behind that.
Okay, interesting.
And when they sort of switched, they've ended up reaching 40 million gamers via social media already. Within a 10-month span, they've reached 40 million already in that time.
That's huge.
And positioned itself at the heart of gaming content. Now, their stock is still extremely low. And when I say extremely low, I bought 6,000 shares.
Whoa.
6,000 shares.
Wow.
And my big sort of, my Hail Mary here, GTA 6 is on the horizon.
It is.
And I'm thinking if there's a company here pivoted, ready to go gaming content, we all know the second that GTA 6 comes out, our feeds are going to be flooded with it. And if GFINITY's positioned itself right,
you never know.
I'm expecting a big jump.
Good little shout, because I've heard a lot of YouTubers that used to be gamers and now they probably do some sort of podcast style or vlogging style stuff. They're all thinking of opening up a second channel or a third channel for GTA 6 because they know they're going to cake it with money.
Exactly. It's going to be crazy when it comes out.
Yeah.
It keeps getting delayed though, so we'll see. Maybe that's why the stock hasn't popped off yet. That's what I'm hoping for.
It might be a next year thing,
That's fine.
You never know.
So we'll see. Anyway, interesting one.
Interesting.
We've now both got one of the same stocks because I was a bit silly. But we're going to get back into the episode now and continue with a bit about the networks.
Let's go.
Hello again, we are back into it, and I'm going to talk a little bit about finding a mentor. So, identifying the right guides for finding people. You can go into many different facets. A couple of ones I wanted to touch on. First of all, Accelerator Networks are becoming a massive thing. So, typically you'll find them online. Examples of them are Seed Camp, Techstars, Founders Factory. There's many others, but those are 3 of the big ones.
Cool.
And effectively offers direct access to quite experienced individuals in many different spaces, ready to actively support startups that are coming through. And in these companies, they'll have some sort of equity exchange model. So it's no upfront cost to go on there and start putting your ideas on there, which is fantastic. Typically, if you're looking at seed camp, they'll invest anything up to about 100,000 euros for up to 6% of equity in your startup. So you can get some great money there if you're looking to engage with people, find mentors and guides and stuff, but it will be via an equity exchange. Secondly, tech stars, they can invest anything up to $120,000 and similarly up to 6% in equity. And then finally, Founders Factory offer investments and support in many different ways, typically looking for between 4 and 7% of equity.
Okay.
So that's a great way to not only get equity, but also find experienced mentors in that space.
Yeah, so you get like investors and they come on as mentors as well?
They come on as mentors, and then from that, there's like a communication structure that they have to give you certain guides and certain timelines, and then that's when the equity conversations start to occur. With that comes looking for people with relevant experience, which is a separate facet, but it's just as important. Seeking mentors whose backgrounds align with your business. So we've spoken about engaging with certain people who have podcasts or people who are in certain spaces, and they're the people that you want to speak to because of the fact that they know their shit. At the end of the day.
Exactly, And like we mentioned, I mean, similar to what you've done, like DMing, LinkedIn, whatever it may be, social media people, creators, founders, you never know who might reply.
Honestly, as we said, that whole week, that whole process from start to finish was a week.
Yeah.
A message, assessment, in, film, 2,000 bank account.
it was like 2 network connections.
And 2 incredible network connections.
Dragon's Den, Sarah Willingham, and also Simon Squibb. Which is mental. But yeah, like you mentioned, joining those kind of startup companies, you say seed camp or
seed camp,
stuff like that. That's really going to help you because you're also going to find other startups that might be similar to you where you can also just reach out to them.
Exactly. The next one will be engaging at events. So attending things like pitch days, certain like big corporations put on certain events where they have loads of tech people in or podcasters in, so on and so forth. And typically at these places, it'll be quite rich with startup entrepreneurs. You'll find people not so much as mentors but guides in the space, but you can always go there and they do like team building things where they'll speak to people who are at different stages of development of their company and partner you all together so you can offer incentive to one another, because you do tend to find it that just as important as the mentor having you having the mentor is the mentor having you, because I'm sure when we're 2 or 3 years down the line, the way that we modernize is by speaking to people at the beginning of the journey.
Definitely.
They'll be getting on the train thinking this is what we're going to do. And if we're outdated for any reason, that sort of pivot can be fantastic for us.
But also from a mental perspective as well, like when we're older as well, it's all about giving back where you can.
Exactly.
A lot of people get a lot of satisfaction out of just trying to help people better and grow. And if they can really see something within your business or within yourself, then they're going to be more than happy to give you their time and energy.
And I mean, what highlights that for us especially is the fact that we run Gecko's Basement.
Yeah.
Of which...
Oh, it's brilliant.
We haven't even said it yet to these people on the
episode.
We
haven't.
But if you guys are going to stick around long term, go and check out the Patreon, because we have our biggest Gecko's Basement dropping today.
Yeah, we're giving
away.
We're
looking to help people as well.
£100 to the winner.
£100, which is crazy money just to get given.
Yeah,
we threw triple figures.
And we're going to be doing a lot of these as well, and also increasing the stakes later on.
We are. So if you want to watch people get helped and get some sort of guidance from us, but also us guidance from them, then you're going to have to stick around.
100 quid goes a long way as well. You'd be very surprised.
But what's a lot less than 100 quid is the cost of the Patreon.
Which is £4 a month.
13p a day. That's all it costs.
It's insane.
So go check it out. But in
For
the meantime...
£4, you have a very, very high chance of winning £100. We should actually work out the percentage of what chance they have.
I mean,
it'll be a lot higher than like getting a scratch card or a lotto ticket or anything like that.
Hugely higher, especially if you're talking about the odds of getting £100 on a scratch card.
Yeah, crazy.
Anyway, moving forward, that's basically that, alongside asking for introductions in general sense to people that you know who work in those same operable spaces, or people that you've already networked with, asking them to connect you with, so on and so forth.
100%. And I think crucial. You should also look out, some universities, they hold like an open day and they'll have a guest speaker come in and speak, and anyone can go. You don't have to be a student.
True.
And maybe you can find like a good little network there, or maybe even a mentor, you never know.
Completely
agree.
Talking
about opportunities, obviously, it's not just about like walking to an event with a name tag and trying to find someone. You need to like strategically place yourself in particular events where you know you're going to get good information and potentially pick up a good little network community.
Definitely.
So if you're looking at offline, you've got some offline networking in the UK here. So you've got the London Tech Week. Essentially, it's a huge week-long celebration of innovations, startups, tech investors, and you can perfectly place yourself there just to wander around, have a chat, see if there's anything similar to what you're looking to do, and find out a bit of information.
Especially in tech. Tech's such like an innovative
Huge,
space. So to get there, you'll probably see people who have like established certain inventions.
You'll see
they're
big
right at the beginning
companies
of it,
as well. So you get like a whole range, which is brilliant.
That's pretty cool.
Also got Founders Forum. So this is an invite only, right? But it's a high level event for UK entrepreneurs. So take a look into it, see if you can apply, see if you're eligible, and if you can get there, it's a very prestigious event.
I'm sure some of these, they have to put the sort of limitations on it just purely because the amount of people that want to go.
Oh,
so
definitely.
it might not be people who have loads of experience necessarily being invited, but you might just need to go through like an application process.
Yeah, and they also have a lot of, well, all of them have capacity. So you've got to keep your eyes peeled for when it's coming out and sign up ASAP.
Yeah.
You also got General Assembly London, which I've not heard of before, but I searched it up.
Yeah.
And essentially it's a tech-focused learning event. So it's coding boot camps, if you're interested in that.
Cool.
Regular free networking nights they do as well. So you get in that circle, which is brilliant.
Get a bit of a social going.
Well, yeah. You could build your peer network and design developments, marketing. That's all there for you.
Yeah.
Whereas online, as you've mentioned a couple as well, you've got meetup.com. So this uses a startup or entrepreneurship kind of mentor, whatever, in your city, and it will tell you what free event as well, is going on. So you just type in what your startup is, where your city is, and it will come up with a list of things you can go to.
Nice. Even if you've got like nothing to do with your day, you might as well go on that and just see, no, I fancy going to this
100%. You never know who you bump into as well. Like,
you really don't.
You do not know.
Because that's another thing. The people in the space that are sort of at the top end, like the Simon Squibbs and individuals like that, they will go to a lot of these events because they'll want, that's their target demographic and want to create content. So if you're in and around those areas, you never know who you could bump into.
Definitely. And also looking at, so you've got like a LinkedIn audio rooms and also X spaces. Have you seen those? It's a Twitter X, yeah? They have these spaces where you can hop in and Elon Musk might be talking or something like that. And you can just listen in, fire in questions, and he will accept certain people to come on his like chat.
It's
like it's not like a live stream, it's like a voice call in a way on a WhatsApp, and you can invite people in, so he can accept certain people who request to come talk to him.
That is wicked.
Mental.
Jeez,
they had Elon Musk and Andrew Tate at one point speaking to each other via this. But also a little bit of like advice if you go into any of these networking events and you're a bit nervous, you don't really know who to approach or how to approach people. It's always good to have a little goal in mind, being like, I want to, as I step foot into this building, come away with 2 networking numbers or contact details that I can then use for myself and ping anytime I need.
Yeah, you could even make it as small as, one thing that I would always say in my head is like, I've got to shake a certain amount of hands. Like, if you're like, I'm walking in there, I've got to shake 30 people's hands, it means that's 30 initial conversation. You're not going to shake somebody's hand without saying, if you just run up to somebody and grab their hand, it'd be a bit weird. So go and say hello.
Definitely.
And like shake that. But that, it forces you, even if you don't walk away with the greatest connections, you've walked away with 30 introductions. That is sometimes, you work with quantity, make it quality. Do you see what I mean? You make these sorts of like funnels to make it so you're eventually going to get a diamond in the rough.
As well. Like have 3 or 4 questions that you can ask.
Quite
so, like,
general ones
you could,
as well.
like what's something exciting you're working on at the moment? And that starts a conversation.
What gave you this idea? Stuff as cool as that.
Exactly, So they're a few little tips. I mean, in terms of us, what do we do, I guess, when we were looking to network?
I mean, the benefits being a co-founding sort of project, it was less network for us and it was more like just brainstorming ideas.
Yeah.
We had you and me and it was like, this is the network we need. We went out from that space and obviously, as we've said, I got into a bunch of people's DMs. You spoke to a load of people online. When we went to our investments, we went into our massive, like not only personal like network, we went into our private networks, working companies, so on and so forth. But I was more intrigued into like the brainstorming side of it between you and me. Once you've established that initial network, that initial sort of connection with somebody, you obviously then start the bouncing back of ideas and sort of complement one another with what you've got to bring to the table. And I was thinking about one of the things we did early doors, which was we always knew we wanted to start this podcast, as you guys have heard on a previous episode. But we decided to go, we need to partner this with creating something else. And we decided to come up with 50 business ideas each. Because as we said, we want to funnel it. If we get as much in the door as possible, you can then niche it until you find what you want to go for. And this is what I was going to say. A tip for brainstorming ideas is go wide, not deep at first. Make as many ideas as possible, and then you can work from there. I got a couple here that we actually didn't bother doing in the end, but cool ones out there. And funnily enough, one of which I've actually seen somebody else create since. And the first one is trophy trips. So it's an idea for either sports teams or stags or hen dos to go on there and create package holidays for themselves that have some sort of challenge element to them to create some gamification to holidays. And there's a guy out there who's, I think the company's called Tiki Taka Tours or something like that. Brilliant guy. And he's making it specifically for football teams where they go and they do like not only sort of challenges when they're down there, but they get games organised for them. So that was one of them. We had a prank doorbell idea, which was to give funny responses when you ring the doorbell, like piss off and leave me alone. And another one we had, which we've definitely spoken about, was Insta-Freeze, which is the instant beer or cider cooler in seconds.
Which you tried to buy on your perfect purchase.
And it was terrible.
But our version was a lot better.
Our version will be a lot better.
Maybe we'll make it one day.
One day. So there's an initial brainstorming.
But if you don't have a co-founder or a partner that you can work with to brainstorm, another way of getting that brainstorm element is going up to random people or people within your current private network and saying, can I pitch you something for 60 seconds? But you rinse it to death. Or getting a small group of people, 5-10 people, saying, do you like this product? Give me feedback on this. And that's how you get a lot of feedback and a lot of responses to which you can then use to maybe better your product, change whatever you're looking to make, whatever it may be.
Yeah, big companies do a lot of like focus group stuff, and it's effectively generating your own like mini focus groups.
Exactly.
And when you have those focus groups, make sure to like mix up the environment, like not only where locations you're looking at, but different diversities, different age groups, like do the whole different span, because you want to get as many different sort of inclusified opinions as possible. Because they might create patterns for you, which would be really good to use.
I mean, and also if you have a target audience as well, try get that kind of target audience within your focus group, whatever it may be. Another brilliant one though is using Gecko's basement. That, my friend, will help you link with some people, like we mentioned earlier, getting some peer advice and some peer networking. That will help you link with people who have maybe a similar outlook on life. They want to start a startup business or whatever it may be, and you can connect with them and you can help each other out.
So come and join us. And on top of that, you get the chance of winning some good cash.
You win cash.
So without further ado, we're going to get into our final segment of the YouTube episode.
Ooh.
And then we're going to continue on. But I'll save it for you. We're bringing back an old one. Should we get into it?
Let's go.
Okie, and we're in. As you can see, we're back. It's been a while.
It has
been a while. I think we got really disheartened by the last time we did this. So
we're going
to smash this today. I'm believing in us to actually get it right.
Right.
We're doing Guess Who.
We are. Do you want to pick?
We're doing the companies. I'll pick first.
Go on.
Right. So we've got our little list here. Right. Let's go for...
Need to think of questions. That's the hardest part, I think.
Okay. I'm going for them. I'm just going to shuffle it up again, so I don't know what you might or might not choose.
Don't you need to put it in there? Or not?
Can we have the same one or no?
You don't, but we can if we do it this way, yeah.
We'll do it this way.
All right, cool.
Fair point. I probably should have. But mine will pop up on the screen now, so you see who I have got.
Cool. Ready.
Are you
go
ready,
first,
sir?
son.
Okay. My first question is, have you used this company, in the last week?
Yes.
Okay.
I have.
Okay.
Right. My question is something within this company edible?
Is something within this company edible? Yes.
It is.
Yes. Don't know if you would have used that. Okay. Okay. My question is...
Whoa, that was a great question.
It sounds like a great question. Is your company primarily based on tech?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Edible, I said, didn't I? Okay.
I'll keep that one up actually, just in case.
This is interesting. Is your company... no, I need to think of another one. Hold on. Okay. Is your company internationally famous worldwide?
Yes.
It is.
Oh, jeez, you've only got 4 left.
Yeah. We're talking like every country probably knows this.
I don't know about every country, but I would
That's
assume
worldwide.
every company.
All right, cool.
Country.
Sorry, country.
Let's go for a stab in the dark here. I'll have to go for it. Does your company have a streaming platform?
No.
I was hoping you said yes.
Right, I'm going to guess. Is your company McDonald's?
No. Oh, God. I got to stab in the dark here. Is your company...
If I put it down, I'm going to be baffed.
Is your company Google?
No. Starbucks?
Yeah.
Come on!
Ah.
Do you want another guess?
Is your... Yeah, this is my saving grace. Is your
you've lost
company...
because you started, but yeah, go on.
Microsoft?
No.
What was it?
Apple.
I put down Apple. Why have I put down Apple?
Whoa. Okay.
You said they don't have a streaming service.
Not that I know of, do they?
Apple TV.
Oh. Well, that's why I was confused.
I had loads left anyway. Right. Fair enough. It's a loss for me. Oh, God. It's not great punishment, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, we didn't actually explain what the punishment was, did we?
didn't. Should we change it?
Got a cheeky little tattoo.
No, I'll be honest to the crowd. We have got a tattoo, and it's a beautiful quote, a fake guru quote, if anything, that says, would you like to read it out? You have to read it backwards.
Believe that you can.
Believe that you can.
Has the film been... No, it's not.
So we'll go for upper arm. I think that's a good spot for it. I'll try and get Tom to do a nice little zoom in for you.
Right.
Right, go for it.
What do you reckon? Like that way?
Yeah, I reckon that way.
Check
Just
it's the right
a
way
little
around.
bit above the sleeve. Check it the right way around.
Move. Oh, what do you want it above? Like there?
There we go.
I'll put it there.
Go for it. Got it?
Yeah.
Do you want to hold it?
Yes. Just for now. Right, you can let go.
Oh, in 2 stages here. Right. Maybe a little bit of a fast forward from Tom.
Right, little 2-second dab here. Should be all ready to be revealed. Do you want to peel it off?
No, you go for it. Do I look massively hard?
Believe that you
Believe
can.
that you can. How beautiful was that?
Class.
Stunning stuff. See how long that stays on for. I'm
Well
glad it's
done,
below
well
the
done.
sleeve. I can hide it. if I
A
need
little
to.
bit, yeah.
Thanks very much, people. We shall get into the outro.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Rightio. How's that tattoo coming along?
Show a little look, shall we?
Yeah, let's have a little view.
Bosh. Oh, it's looking nice, mate.
Yeah.
That's it. A little bit of roughness on the B, but I'm sure that will sort itself out. I'm thinking like there's probably a way that some letters can drop off and it's going to turn this into something really bad. So I'm just hoping it goes all in one go. What word would be bad if it goes?
What does it say again?
Believe you can. Believe you
that
can still makes sense.
Believe that you.
Believe that you. Believe that you.
That you can.
Believe you. Or just can you?
You can.
Anyway, we are into the outro. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here again, people. Do not worry, we haven't forgot.
As we promised, we have our scratchies. So,
£250.
£250.
Cheeky £2.
£250,000.
Episode 22 deserves a £2 scratch card.
100%.
All the twos.
100%.
What does all the twos mean? I swear that's like a regular tattoo people get. Do you know what I mean?
222. Isn't it like an angel number as well? Or
That's
something?
it, yeah,
Because
yeah,
4 is also something like that.
Something crazy.
I don't know.
I'm sure you guys know at home.
Anyway, do you want to go first?
Sure. Got to find a diamond. Had a plane, a gold cup, a yacht, a car, a cloud, and a bank. Afraid. Moving on. Win if you find the lotto fingers. The famous lotto fingers, which I have never seen to this day.
You have. I won it.
I've not seen them.
Oh, you've not seen it on yours.
And I still haven't seen it today. And then last of all, match your winning number to any of your numbers here. I had a 12.
Ooh.
And I had a 13,
Ooh.
a 9,
Ooh.
and a 14. And I cannot for the life of me see any confetti. So to me, that is a dud.
Oh, that's sad. Right. So, I'll go the other way.
Go the other way.
Winning number 26.
Mm-hmm.
27.
So close.
13.
That's not close.
24.
Oh, gosh.
Lotto finger. Wheel and a camera. Great.
Oh. I thought you were talking about
Diamond. We had a bank, a car, gold key, yacht, holiday, and a diamond, my
Did
friend.
you?
£5.
£5? Woo! What is going
Have a look
on
at
with
that
you
bad boy.
lately, man?
Have a little look.
You've got to be
Take it in.
kidding.
No confetti, though. But we won a £5 on a £2 credit card.
I think that's our biggest, like, percentaged win.
Is it on? Oh, what? You won a £5,
I won a 4 before. I never won a 5. That's our biggest win, man.
We'll cash that in.
Mate, I think this is the 4th in a row.
Oh,
What is with you lately?
we're winning big.
This is insane.
Wait till next week.
Mate, our quarterly report's going to be mega because of you.
Huge. So that can go in the winning pile.
I'm getting fed up with this. I've had 4 losers in a row. You've had 4 winners in a row.
We're together here. We're
Oh, yeah,
winning
sorry,
money
sorry,
for
sorry,
us.
sorry.
It's not an individual thing. It all goes towards the same pot here.
You know how it feels, man.
I do get it. Feels good to win.
I feel really unlucky.
It does feel good to win.
Anyway.
No, but there was a time where you were just winning and I was never
The
winning.
first few, I did get some lucky ones in.
The thing is, it's a 50-50 every time, mate.
is,
Like,
it
you
is.
could have just picked that one up.
True. Anyway, that was episode 22. We had a blinder there.
Well, that £5 can go towards 100.
It can, because what are we spending the 100 on? Gecko's Basement.
Bash.
On £4 a month.
You got to go
Patreon.
check it out. Trust me, this
Go
one
check
will
it
be
out.
good.
This one will be
juicy.
huge. Somebody's going to win £100.
Huge.
Huge. Anyway, it's been a pleasure.
The last one, goals are
Goals are one.
won £50.
I've won £50. And she's been putting that into some really good use so far, have you heard?
She used it to make a company's house.
Company's house, and she's got her social medias up and running now. If you haven't seen it, go check out.
You know what? We'll
Goals
put her
Are.
in the description as well.
We will.
Because it's a Gecko's Basement.
Well, she's one of our geckos. And we're about to get another. If you want to find out who, you're going to have to go and check it out.
You do.
Without further ado, it's been a pleasure. It's been a good one. It's been a movie.
It has.
Love you lots to bits. Toodle pip.
Cheerio.
Woo! Ouch.
Mate, keep winning every time, bruh.
It's 4 in a row.
Bowler.